Hello everyone, welcome to On Fish TV. Today, I'm going to show you a great way to fix your jigging wraps. This is a wonderful lure, but very expensive. And there's one flaw to these lures, and that's this tail breaks off. Whether it's your buddy stepping on it after you catch a big fish, or being in your tackle box and getting bumped around, sometimes these tails can fall off. And I'm going to show you a few different ways on how you can fix them. So to get started here, here's one that you can see my tail has been broken off. And these lures run about, I don't know, $5 to $6 a piece. So instead of just throwing them in the garbage, I'm going to show you a few ways here that you can fix them up and make them work again. The easiest way is with a pretty heavy-duty piece of plastic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this piece of plastic, and I'm going to make sure that crease is very pronounced. Now what I'm going to do is, they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, so take what size you're working on and look to see how big you want to make it. Eyeball it. Okay, I got the approximate size that I want to make this. So after I got that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and the reason why you want to do it fold it in half and then cut it is so that each side is the same size. Now I've got some wings. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to use one that I've already got cut out, and what I did was I measured about where I want it to sit on here, and I poked a hole in it, and that's gonna ensure that it's as solid as you possibly can make this. So after I've poked my hole in the back end of this and ran my lure up through it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of 100% clear silicone. This stuff is great. You use it to fix windows. Actually, people make fish aquariums with this stuff. So it's very strong, it withstands water and all of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of move my wings out of the way here. And I'm gonna apply more than what I actually need up on the body here. This is going to give it surface area so that it can hold a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt all around the body, and then I'm going to get some on the shank of the hook. And actually the first part of what you want to do is put down parchment paper so that you don't ruin your table and your girlfriend doesn't get mad at you. Now I'm going to roll this up and place my wings exactly where I want them. Any excess silicone you can wipe away. Feel like that is exactly where I want it as far as being straight. And then you want to find a place that you can let it dry. Alright. That's one way that you can salvage your jigging wrap. Alright, the next way that you can do it, and I've already done this one, but you can just make a silicone fins. And this is a really good way. Nobody's gonna step on this and break these anymore, so it lasts, quite a while. I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. Okay, for this way, you're gonna want a piece of cardboard, some tape, scissors, your silicone, the most important part, some paper, parchment paper, so that you don't make a mess. All right, we're gonna be working with red. Put some of that. This is silicone. I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna squirt a little bit of red food coloring on it. Get that mixed up. And now what I'm gonna do, take a piece of cardboard, take some of this parchment paper, and bend my cardboard. This is very important right here. I'm gonna cut right down the ridge. Okay. So I'm gonna take my cardboard that's folded in half and my parchment paper, and this is where the tape comes in. I'm gonna tape this parchment paper to the cardboard. On both sides. Then I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut up the parchment paper. And then I'm going to measure how far that I want this in there. I'm going to make a small slit in the tape. You want that slit right where the ridge of your parchment paper cardboard is. Now I'm going to place this hook, like tape with a slit, so that when I'm done, I can just pull this out and it's going to rip right through the tape, and it's not going to mess up my silicone. Okay, a little bit of cooking spray. Spray onto your paper. That is quite a bit. But then you place your hook up into that slit area. Now for the next step. So I got this placed where I want with a little bit of oil on there. Now I'm going to take my silicone. I'm going to lay this on there. It's alright to get too much on there because you're going to end up smoothing it out and cutting it down at the end. Get some saliva on your finger and you're going to work this down to achieve your thickness that you want. The thickness that I'm going for is about the same thickness as when you purchased the jigging wrap. Okay. I'm going to put this up here where it can dry. Smooth out any imperfections that you can see. Try to make the thickness on both sides the same and let dry. And then here's one that's already been done. Once this one dries, I'll take my scissors and cut the shape that I want out of it, out of the fins. Take off any excess that you don't like on there. There you go. This one's nice because you can step on it and it'll always come back to where it was. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you. This is a spinner blade or a worm harness blade. What we're going to do with this is pick out the size we want to do it to. That should work pretty good. Front side of your blade, you can see is the hammer print. That's going to go on your hook like this, and then you're going to flip it over and you're going to make a little mark on that blade. So that's going to give me a reference point on how to cut this. So I'm going to take some side cutters. I'm going to cut up close to that mark. And I'm going to cut a little V out of it. Trying to make it the same on each side. Okay, so I've got my V, so I'm gonna bend this directly in half. Some pliers will definitely help you make this bend. I've got the bend that I want in it, and you're gonna cut your V to where you want that. And you're gonna make one more cut in the ridge of your spinner blade. That is gonna make it to where it's gonna fit securely on my jigging wrap. So again, the top is gonna flip, you're gonna flip it over, and then it's gonna be placed through this hook, and then you're gonna push it up to the body, and then your hook is gonna go right up into that slit that you made in the top of the ridge of the spinner blade. I've got it so close right now, but I want it that way so that it fits tight. So if you need to, you can bend this out just a little bit. There we go. Just took a little finagling, but I ended up getting it. Now I'm gonna, that slit that I made in the top of the blade, I'm gonna push that together now on the back side using some pliers. Alright, there you have it. It's on there pretty secure. And you got yourself a new tail that won't come off. Here's another one that I already had done. Just kind of give you an example. And it moves a little bit, but you can't really twist it because it's pressed on there, and using the hook, it holds it where you want it. So there's those. For the last way to fix, you can do this when you're out fishing or whatever. If you have a piece of thick plastic, because we always buy new lures and a lot of them have thicker plastic, you can cut your wings, fold your plastic in half, like so. Cut your wings, just like this one right here. I'm gonna make a hole in the plastic about 1/8 of an inch into the plastic. This ensures that if they do break off, that they're gonna stay on your hook instead of going into the water. So then once I have it to this point, a lot of anglers have super glue with them. Another good reason why to keep super glue, scissors, side cutters in your tackle box is for fixing lures. So then I'm gonna take my super glue and this is a pretty quick way to fix in case you're out on the lake, your buddy breaks your favorite color jigging wrap and you need to get back fishing and your confidence is all wrapped up into one lure. You can take super glue, your thick plastic, and place some of this super glue up in the ridge. Now this is gonna dry quick, so you wanna place it. Get it set where you want. And then let it dry. And hope you don't super glue yourself to your lure. That one, in 5 minutes, it'll be ready to fish with. So that's about the quickest way that you can fix a jigging wrap and get it back working as quick as possible. All right, well, there's 4 ways that you can fix them up rather quick. Get yourself back fishing. Don't throw away $6 lures. There's ways that you can fix them and, get them back to working. So, hope you guys enjoyed these tips.